Once human, and the most important question of them all, is this game fun, interesting, and built properly? Let's find out. I personally think it is. From everything that we have seen, it seems like it's fun.
Well, everyone, here we are, trying Once Human once again. I actually got the chance to try a work-in-progress build of this game back in December, and back then I thought it had a ton of potential, it was really unique, and I liked the idea of a big survival MMO that wasn't built around a ton of pay-to-win mechanics, because in this game, all of...
What a hot take. I want a game that's not built around pay-to-win mechanics. Yes, so do I. I only want buyable skins and hopefully a system where you can actually get some kind of in-game currency and buy those skins. I don't want any pay-to-win weapons, pay-to-win battle passes. I don't want even pay-to-skip mechanics, you know? You pay money and then you get faster leveling or bigger item drops or things like that. That's also obviously pay-to-win. I don't like that. A lot of people obviously don't like that. That ruins a lot of games. So, if this game doesn't have it, that's already 2 thumbs up.
Of the shop items, all of the things that can be purchased are cosmetic only. So, there's none of that, like, pay-to-win crap that you see with a lot of other live service games nowadays, you know? But right here, you're gonna start to see some of the early, like, looks at the enemy designs. Like, this is where the game really excels, is in the really wacky and crazy creature design.
This is what we commonly call in the industry, if Cthulhu was a refrigerator game design. And they did it.
You might think that it's just like, oh, zombies, it's whatever, but no, there's like a lot of freaky stuff in here, and I'm going to show you some of it. Now, like I said, this is an open world survival MMO that you can play either solo or you can play in co-op with some friends. It's up to you. And as a result, there's a lot of gameplay depth here. And in a video like this, I can only give you a little bitty taste of what you're going to see in the final game and try to kind of broadly explain it. But I mean, of course, if it's something that's interesting to you, this is the kind of game that you can, again, download for free on Steam and just sink your teeth into and start exploring, because there's a lot here. In fact, you may notice me running towards an objective marker I have over there. That's because I want to show you something that's over there that's pretty insane. It's gonna blow your mind. Now, while I'm running over there, I should let you know...
Is it an early boss?
That this video has been sponsored by Starry Studio, the team behind this game. But as is always the case, I put in black and white in all the contracts we do for videos like this that I'm allowed to say whatever I want. Positive or negative, I am contractually obligated to be honest with you on my feelings towards the game, whether they're good or bad or mixed, whatever. I get to be totally...
Yeah, okay. That's a very nice thing to do in sentence, but... people do not misunderstand. He's not saying that he signed a contract that said he is contractually obligated to say everything good and bad about this game. He's just saying they allow him to say the negatives if he finds any or feels that something is wrong with the game. Which, by the way, is very nice, but yeah, that doesn't mean that he's gonna be completely 100% honest. This is a thing that people misunderstand a lot. Having the ability to say negative things looks good on you as a YouTuber when you're reviewing something because, well, it means that, you know, you're not obligated to only say the good stuff and whatnot. But it doesn't mean that you have to say the bad stuff. And furthermore, it's a small problem because, well, this makes your audience think that you are being real honest with the game, but the reality is you don't exactly want to take a sponsorship deal like that and then just say, hey, yeah, game's a 0 out of 10 crapshoot, because that's how you don't get the next sponsorship deal. That's how life works.
Totally honest with you.
Now, by the way, I'm not saying that that means that he's gonna lie to you or whatnot, but that is a thing that people do not understand often.
And so as a result, the sponsored element just means that I get the chance to cover a game like this that I wouldn't normally cover a lot on the main channel. I might...
No, that means you get paid.
...not make a full dedication.
Probably. How much were they paying him, do you think? I think he could easily be getting paid for roughly 2 to even 10K 500 subs. Yeah, I think 2K is the minimum they're gonna give him.
Video on something like this typically, but because they were willing to reach out and sponsor this, it gives me the chance to explore it with you guys, and I appreciate that, and hopefully you do too. You know, as a concept, this game is something that a lot of people have wanted for a long time. They've wanted like a game they can play with their friends that has all of these crazy like survival elements, but also some really novel and interesting enemy designs that's not just retreads of the same zombie archetypes and stuff we've seen a bajillion times before. And so far they're actually doing a pretty good job, and like I said, we're gonna head over here and show you something that's pretty insane. The one thing I will say about the game in terms of performance is that there is a decent amount of pop-in. That could just be because I'm currently playing, when I'm filming this video, an early build of the game. It's not like the final build.
So the boss wakes up when it's almost dead. So this is a problem I actually see. I don't know about the super late game, but for the early game, which is by the way extremely common for games like this, for all kind of progression games, is that it seems the early game is not super well balanced. That there are items that deal way more damage, bosses that have way more health than they should, or way less health than they should. Doesn't mean it's bad, but this is a problem that I have seen with Once Human currently, at least in the early levels. Don't know about the late game, but it's common for something like this to happen. You know, when something feels just a little bit too bullet spongy, when an item is clearly better than anything else and whatnot.
Build, because again, it's early, so that could be part of it. Beyond that, the game runs pretty well. I haven't had any like server disconnections or major problems like that, but there is occasional pop in, like you can see there, maybe culling issues and little bitty things like that. If it bothers you, then that's something to consider. But again, it's...
The hell is on these trees? Oranges? That's a little bit big for oranges.
It's a free-to-play game, so it's not like they're asking you to put forward $70 or something before you can even try it. If you want to try it, see if it works for you, then sweet. Otherwise, just don't like stress it. Yeah, and here you can see what I mean with the pop-in. As I run forward, you can see all the signs coming in as I get closer. I do have this cranked right now in terms of quality, so there shouldn't be any like significant issues there, but I don't know. Maybe it's just because I'm playing an early build. I'm not really sure. I will say, when the game is looking good, it's looking real good. I mean, this little spot, come on. Oh God. Oh, there it is. Okay. I was, I had a note.
That's a school bus. It's more evil than a typical school bus.
Whereas like, okay, in this general area, we should see something cool. And yep, found it. So as you can...
Oh no, wait, that's even worse than a school bus. That's public transportation in general. Man, they truly went for the evil Cthulhu shit right here in this game, boys. What can I say?
See, the enemy designs in this game are pretty unique. Not your standard affair. I mean, you're just exploring the map and you stumble on this thing. Like, obviously I knew that this was here, so we headed over this way, but there are many of these different...
Wait, is this an enemy, or is this the thing that you can get inside of and use as travel? Because there was one that you could get inside.
Little encounters that you can have. Oh, can I jump in? I'm gonna try to jump in. Oh, yeah. I jumped in. Oh, and there's loot. Oh God. Oh God, I don't know if I'm supposed to be able to do this. It's immune. Oh no.
Bro, get to the front.
Okay, it's moments like these when I'm really thankful that the devs like hook you up when you're doing previews like this with a late game character, so you have some ammo and stuff to work with instead of trying to go into this with nothing, because that would be significantly harder. But there he goes. There he goes. He's gonna go off doing his...
Did you see it here at the side? Battle Pass experience.
His own thing. I wonder if there's any other creepy ghosty goo.
Dude, it looks pretty good. The one thing that I don't like about seeing this is the fact that it kind of looks sparse, doesn't it? In zombie games like this, I think it's a little bit anticlimactic when there's not a million zombies all around. Now, technically, these are not zombies. These are, well, Cthulhu decided to just, sploosh all over a bunch of electronic appliances, and there we go. The world's kind of fucked because of that, but it is what it is. I think the game needs more enemies and spots. There's no hordes running at you. There are bosses, which is nice, but I would kind of want just more enemies, honestly, considering this is zombie-esque.
Ghoulies we can find. Let's see. I don't know about you guys, but when I see a house on a hill, I just assume it's welcoming. I assume that's a place you want to be. Let's see if it is indeed a place you want to be. I mean, look at this. This is very beautiful. I think it's just got like a couple of little spots where they need to tighten it up with like the pop-in and stuff. But then you see this stuff and it's like, yeah, I want to run around here. That looks pretty good. It's making noises. Okay, that's normal.
Well, yeah. Oh, the house
should I
is
not
gonna
have
come
shot
to
it?
life?
I probably shouldn't have shot it. Oh, the house is alive. Okay. And I'm inside. But this, like, isn't this kind of cool that you could go anywhere and you never know if you're safer?
Does he get ownership of the moving house now?
Not like even the buildings you go into could be like demonically possessed by like a crazy alien creature. Like, how cool is that? That's just
okay. The grass is like flickering like crazy, but how does he get down?
Outrageous. Honestly, I'm not sure what to do now. I didn't think this far ahead, and well, I guess I'm falling off. Okay, well, we'll be okay. We'll be okay. Heal up, buddy. Heal up.
Yeah, eat some
we'll
tomatoes.
Make it. Let's eat up. Which is 0. That's what I need. 0. Heal up. There we go. And again, in my opinion, this whole game has to be filtered through the lens of what is being offered versus what is being charged of the player. Oh, there's some...
That does not sound like the most honest way of looking at things. Oh, it's a free-to-play game, so, it's free. So, it doesn't matter that it's crap. Yeah, that's not something I would say.
Some of that pop in there. I wish that would stay and not pop out. That's one piece of feedback I'll give them. That's such a cool thing to see in the distance.
Oof.
I really wish...
That's also the worst kind of pop in and pop out.
It stayed. I mean, I'm gonna even go so far as to double check my settings now, because that seems like it really should stay in view. Now look at that. Draw distance very, very high. I mean, I've got everything cranked as high as it can be, except we're not using DirectX 12, but honestly, that shouldn't affect this either. So in my humble opinion, my one big piece of feedback would be the big, really cool creatures and stuff. If we could fix the pop-in for that, that would be awesome, because that's so cool. Imagine being off over on the cliffside. You look over and you see that because some other player in the server triggered it. Like, that would be so cool to see. But if we're just outside
I wonder what's the point. Are you supposed to shoot the glowy hands?
of range, it just despawns and then it's just not there, except for, I guess, the legs stay. So... yeah, that would be one thing I'd like to see. Oh no, it went away. Okay, that would be one thing I'd like to see fixed. That's my piece of constructive criticism for today. But again, so many of these things are also up to just personal preference and taste. I know some people don't really care that much about things like pop-in or other maybe graphical hitches that you might run into. So, your mileage may vary, but it's something I notice, so I'm going to point it out. But like I was saying, the whole thing has to be filtered through the lens of what is being offered versus what they're charging for the package. And in this case, they're charging nothing. It's a free-to-play game that you can download now when you're seeing this video and try for yourself. And if you really like the game, you can support it by purchasing like cosmetics and things like that. But the point is, you don't have to do that if you don't want to. If you want to just download this game, play with your friends, build some bases, hunt some crazy monstrosities and clear some encampments, get some good loot and stuff like that, you can do that. There's no pressure to play any given way or to...
He's not even using the jank motorbike. Is he not even going to talk about the items? Is he going to not use the jank motorbike? You know, the one that you collide with another motorbike and congratulations, Cthulhu has blessed you and now you are one? I don't know.
To engage with one system over another if you really don't want to once you get out of the tutorial sections. And seriously, the map is gigantic. So like this whole video so far, I've run from like over here to over here, and the map is all this. So there's a lot. There's a good amount. I don't think you're gonna run out of stuff to see or do for a while. And like I alluded to at the top of the video, there's so much here that you can really sink your teeth into it and play for a good long while before you even get acclimated with most of the features. I've decided to focus on things like the big crazy boss encounters and the sort of ambiance and environmental storytelling and stuff that they're doing in this video. But if you're a player that really likes base building, for example, or crafting systems and that type of thing, there's seriously so much here to explore. I can't even go through all of it in a single video like this in this format. But if you're interested, I do recommend you just check it out, because again, it's free to play. Like, you can just go on Steam and download it and try it, and if you love it, awesome. If you don't, no big deal.
Potentially, I'm not gonna lie, boys, this is absolutely the worst review I have seen so far. And yeah, that's kind of it. Oh, it's free to play, so you know, you need to remember it's free to play. Oh, you need to remember it's free to play. That he just has showed me currently the maps are big and there's a bunch of interesting kind of creatures out and about it. Yeah. That's it.
At least it's free. You didn't like burn cash trying something.
Again, how many times has he already said, oh, it's free? Like 10, 15 maybe?
You didn't end up liking. You can just see what it's like and go from there. But if you ask me my kind of Spark Notes opinion, the game is, I think, significantly improved even compared to what I tried back in December. So I think they've made a lot of progress.
Yeah, definitely without question, more fun with friends.
There. In addition, they have really struck the tone and the vibe, and the gameplay offerings are so diverse that I think if you connect with these open world co-op or even solo survival games, you're gonna have a lot to sink your teeth into the second you download it. I mean, there's just so much here, and like I said, like, this is the area we've been running around in so far, and this is the total gameplay area. Like, there's so much in this game. It's just crazy. And of course, they haven't revealed most of it because they're keeping a lot of things close to their chest, and they don't want to spoil all the goodies before they need to. But still, look at that. Okay, let's go in here. Let's see what's in here. Uh-oh, baddies. Pop, pop. You gotta love how bad guys always keep oil drums right next to where they stand. I appreciate it, honestly. So I will say I'm playing this in a very cavalier way. Normally, you'd be much more cautious with this because you wouldn't have been given a late game, like, super powerful character that just got blown up by a drone. So usually you'd be playing much more cautiously, but I'm just sending it, you know? I don't know where I'm going, but I found vents, and vents always lead somewhere cool, right? Right? Oh, there's some big boys up here. Okay. Captain Dave! Captain Dave! Trying to shoot down
the second.
The drones this time, I've learned. I've evolved. I've evolved. Okay. Pop, pop, victory. Victory.
So
this gun is
just
very powerful, and these guys were way below my my strength level, so I think that helped as well. And then we
so we have solo dungeons.
We can go over here.
Yeah. I'm not feeling this review, boys. I'm feeling he's really hard trying to tell you Yeah, I can't tell anything wrong in the game except the pop-ins, even though not a lot of things have been happening, not gonna lie. And yeah, you should just use my code down below and then try the game out for yourselves. Yeah. See, this is why you this is why you don't trust, but you can't just blindly trust people when they say, hey, listen. I signed an NDA that said that I can say bad things about the game. And yeah, there we are. How much did I understand about Once Human from this? Zero. Zero, in fact. It was a very solid zero, Luke. Anyway, that was Luke Steffens, 10 out of 10. Bye-bye.